Good day, good way to everybody. I'm going to do this quickly, and again, being more about me, but there are other people who have similar thought processes such as mine, so maybe you'll get something out of it too. Again, as I put in the caption, there's a heavy level of pervasive thoughts that have been coming around for weeks, but I only feel them getting heavier. So, in me understanding from my personal experience and perspective of predictive programming and thought farming, and let's just say subliminal suggestion, in trying to make sure that what I'm seeing is more intimately authentic to my thought processes, or if this is something that is being streamlined to get brought into creation. Because, like I said, I keep saying 2023 is going to be a fun year, a, a real fun year for people who ain't ready. And this don't mean ready for war. I'm just saying if you're not ready to own your own level of individual responsibility on all levels, it might get fun for you. So I guess the first card I need to throw in is the validity of how I feel like this might be um, subliminal programming. Disclaimer: some people really don't understand that there are things much more aware of our energy than us. We're pretty egoically stupid. I've been telling y'all for years. One of the things I got taught way back in the sixth grade, way back in the early 80s, I think 1981, 82, somewhere around there. One of the first things I got taught was about subliminal programming in advertisement. How they will put images inside of ice, how they will put images inside of smoke, how they would use specific keywords to stroke and stoke the mind to pay more attention. Come on now, 10, 11 years old, they taught me that shit. And I mean, it's known by science. So if basic level corporations can use that, you have to understand things with a higher level of intent probably use it too, and probably much more better. So over the years, I've run into people who say, "Hey, I had this dream about blah blah blah, apocalyptic level dream," and then I get five more people who have the exact same dream. From my experience, in my perspective, that was a subliminal thought of suggestion, because again, my awareness tells me that creation comes from the mind. If you can get a group of minds to come into agreement, you Christians, they got that two or more agree. If two or more people agree to sponsor a thought, it gets validity for creation. So when let's just keep it real. Say with the government, when they want you to buy into a false flag or a narrative or anything like that, all they do is just keep inundating it with you, inundating you with it, and then you'll pay attention to it, and then that gives us credence to go ahead and continue on with the creation. We can show you that from mass media misinformation when you got 65 different news stations all across the country, and all of them saying the same words at the same time, but yet they're supposed to have individual script. It's the same thing that works in higher process when you're working with energies, not necessarily entities and aliens, whatever the hell they are. They're all perceptions anyway. Whenever you're dealing with energies that are behind the scene, um, it is what it is. They if they got something as an end game or a goal, they're going to feed the sheep, us, the meal to help make us a better meal. Hey, how you doing, Marley? Hey, what's going on, Jen Nicole? Uh, I don't want to make this long because, like I said, I keep seeing the thoughts and I keep challenging them, but they're not going away. And I know with me having a current level of awareness that tells me that the thoughts are the issue, because thoughts are God in this realm. The thoughts have all the energy. They have all the energy because they have our attention. Our attention is the investment to allow the thought to become reality, which means the thought wasn't reality until you lost yours. But we're not going to do that. So again, like I said, I feel like it might be a little bit more than just me hitting another hyper point of awareness and saying that, holy shit, 2023 is going to be ugly. I think they haven't gotten enough energy yet. And by there's a compilation of things. whatever is running the bigger show has not gained enough energy to create the 2023 they want to see. And to be honest with you, is because mentally we're not focused enough. You get it? We're falling apart. If you motherfuckers don't realize that as a species, humans are in devolution, and I don't mean the good kind as in you getting reclamation and soul reclamation and all this other shit. No, we falling the fuck apart. We're losing our morality senses. We're losing our basic survival skills. And I always tell you, survival ain't a good thing. But I'm saying we don't know how to cooperate with nature. We don't know how to go without technology. We become so dependent on technology that they're stroking us through that. So again, my first question is, what's willing to tell the truth as far as the line of thinking that's going in my head? It's still, yeah, whatever. All right. It still all comes from me. It still all comes from me. Again, the leak is me, and you'll get drowned in your own thoughts. But then again, like I keep trying to tell y'all, the more thoughts you have in your head, thought pervasiveness, cyclic thinking, a crowded mind, all these other monikers you want to give it, the more that you, come on now, look at any movie where there was torture or like Manchurian Candidate, and I'm not going that far with it, but any good movie where there was torture, if you put enough on a person to where they only can focus on what you're putting on them, they don't have time to focus on themselves. This was the temperance card. 1, 4. 1 + 4 is 5. 1, the magician, is 4, trapped. I've told you for about 5 years. 4 on the bottom in almost everything I've ever dealt with meant that it was a trap. 4 on the top meant it was balance. It's a different kind of trap. But this one is, hey, you straight up trapped. You are leaking within yourself, and you will drown if you pay attention to everything you see. That's what I heard in my head. So the validity of, yeah, this is predictive programming, yeah, it is there. But again, personal experience and professional experience, whenever you ask the spirit who's doing this to you, 9 out of 10 of them motherfuckers tell you it's you. You're doing it to yourself. And the hidden meaning of all that is that this is all you. This is you in separation. You're just thinking you are who you are, which means you won't give yourself credit for doing this shit to you. So yeah, you're leaking. You're urgently trying to figure out how to keep still. But guess what? The only thing that's moving you, the only thing moving you is your thoughts. Henceforth, that post I put up there earlier about a thought in your head can move you, but you didn't even go anywhere. These thoughts have been moving me because it's like they're wanting me to keep speaking on how 2023 can be such a dangerous and detrimental year, and I'm trying not to be an energetic force of creation. I'm not. So again, right here, the validity of it being not 100% authentically what's there, it goes back into what I said. It's authentically not there because we're authentically not here. We are so egoically back the fuck words. We're backwards. We look dumb as fuck. Real talk. As a species, we're not a good look. So that's why they're going to keep pushing for people who do have, and you can get offended by this if you want to. They're going to push for beings like myself who have a point of higher awareness versus some of y'all who steep yourselves in lower vibration. A person with a higher vibration, even when it's inaccurate, will always be more usable than a person in lower vibration that think themselves high. You high, all right. You fucked up in the head. So I'll stop right there on that, and then I'll go into the questions I typed out. What is self-awareness? Because again, like I said, 2023, judging me based off of my passions. If I'm only passionate about looking stupid, then I'm already dumb. Like I put earlier, 2022 was the year of people getting on videos and sitting there and doing this shit the whole time, or sitting there drinking coffee while somebody else talking about whatever they got going on. And even when they were talking about something that was some more foolishness, you just sitting there doing this. What the fuck for? Are you that egoically fucked up that you need to be seen as you watch somebody else who's trying to show? We hit the point of devolution. We are urgently needing to be seen, but we have not urgently learned to see ourselves. So if you don't understand 2023, 2 + 2 is 4, 4 + 3 is 7. It will show you self-awareness. But again, if I'm only aware of where I want to be seen, I can be found everywhere because all you got to do is show me what I want to know. Eat that one slowly. That part too, J. Nicole, for real. And Facebook, fuck y'all. Y'all are bad about that. You will challenge and torment people who have put their authentic free thoughts on there and say that this goes against community guidelines, you fucking pedophile lizards. And then as soon as somebody put a fight up there or somebody got ran over by a car or somebody going on live getting ready to kill themselves, it's like, no, don't cut the feed. Don't cut the feed. You allow for some of the most degrading shit to be seen, and we are only learning to love the degradation, myself included. Myself included. Even though I tell you, and I've been always telling you, I'm an energy eater and I learn to transmute that shit, it still does not make it right. Just because I like to see y'all make fools of yourself and I like to watch some titties bouncing all over the screen, don't mean that I need to pay attention to it, especially when I know that it is only designed to pull you further apart. You get that? The energy I could have been using staying out of those arenas could have been better used within myself than trying to use that energy to transmute the trash, negativity. You can't even call it negativity. To eat the trash and lower vibrational shit that I've been ingesting. That includes music, that includes TV, that includes movies, that includes social media as a whole, people's mindset, the whole nine. So again, it gets back into this. If we keep you moving, you'll never learn to fix yourself. Even when you think you're working on you. That part was for me. Even when you think you know how to keep still, we'll put shit in front of you that while you may not move at the same pace, you're still going to move nonetheless. And as long as you move, oops, I got your nose. So again, 2023 is going to be all about self-awareness. If you're not aware of where you are taking part and what's pulling you together, you're going to get pulled apart by everything designed to show you you. So the question is, what is self-awareness? 2 and 7. How you see yourself. Dominion. Think about what I just said. If I think that I'm so strong in my energy that it's all right for me to go watch Tip Drill and 95 other videos is just full of nastiness because it ain't gonna have no effect on me. No, if you stick your hand in dirt, you do get dirty. Just because you know how to wash your hands, did you have to get dirty in the first place? So what is self-awareness? It is 2, the reflection of 7, what you think you know about yourself. Yeah, my self-awareness will only show me everything that I need to see, but it's my choice when I give my image. This is the Leviathan. For years, I told y'all my encounter with the Leviathan was in that ideology of the Leviathan being one of the oldest and eldest forms of demonology. It was only because it knew what the Sky Daddy type entities were getting ready to do. Create an experience of enslavement. And therefore, if it's just like with anything, if somebody knows the truth, the best way to keep everybody in the lie is to make that person that knows the truth look like a liar. It's kind of like, and again, I'm not going to make this about me. You can look at, I'm going to make this about me for a second. You can look at my doctrine and the things I've been telling y'all consistently since 2018. And a lot of y'all look at me like, what the fuck is this clown talking about? This shit don't make no sense. And then y'all all day today, we need to learn reciprocity, fuckery, faffle. Every word I've been saying for years, you motherfuckers are out here now learning it. And that's fine and that's fair. But that's exactly what I'm saying. When you leaking so much within yourself, somebody that's trying to give you a different perspective looks stupid, but it's really you not smart enough to stop being dumb. But then when you hit that point in your journey to where now I want to have dominion over myself, then you start reflecting on everything that you've already been exposed to, but went into denial with, but now you want to use it. Get it? The same thing with somebody who was Christian for 95 years and you ain't going to take my Jesus from me. You ain't going to take my Jesus. And then they run into that one thing and be like, holy shit, I just wasted my whole life buying into alliterations and allegories that really wasn't for me. And now you want to make a change. Now you got to undo all that fucking decrepit energy you're set in. So you understand what I'm saying? If you don't have dominion over your self-awareness, everything else will dominate you and make you a willing slave. Holy shit. Everything will dominate you. Government and make you a willing slave. Send me a stimulus, but vote. You motherfuckers get me. But okay, I get it. You know, let's just keep going with this reading. So what is self-awareness? What's dominating your mind? What's dominating your mind? And if what's dominating your mind ain't a reflection of you, holy shit, who the fuck are you, buddy? A lot of y'all aren't who you are because you are what the fuck you are going through. Holy shit. This sacred clown motherfucker been telling you here in this realm, you are not healing you. You are only healing your fucking traumas because who you think you are is only a result of what you think you went through. So, ouch, I broke my hand. Am I now the broken hand, or am I now the being that has the experience of broken hand? And do I need to learn to maintain me, or do I need to learn to maintain my broken hand? Some of you motherfuckers going to answer that one wrong, so I'm not even going to wait. So, what's our current level of self-awareness is the second question. What's our current level of self-awareness? I already know the answer, but let's pull the card. Oops. I already knew the answer. You want to know why I knew the answer? Because this card is me. This is the me card in my deck of cards. The answer is me. I am the manipulation. Holy shit, I think I put that in the caption. The fakest motherfucker in your life is usually you. Remember the analogy of just because you put, you know, breastises in front of me don't mean I have to indulge. Remember, I told y'all this for years. Indulgence is everybody's issue. It just transfers and transforms and displays in different levels. Everybody has indulgence as an issue. You motherfucking chair warriors out here to be leaving dissertations on people's pages, you have the indulgence of not monitoring your energy because you think you got to share yours with everybody else. You see what I'm saying? You can do indulgence in many fucking forms. I love you. I wasn't directing that at you. I wasn't directing at you, but I'm going to be glad it's kids. But I'm just saying, the whole problem with our level of self-awareness is you don't know that you're under manipulation. You 2 and 4. Remember I told you 2 is the reflection of holy shit, where I found myself where I think I am, in the waters, in a fucking storm. Now, my level of self-awareness says, holy shit, 2 and 4. I am only reflecting on where I tried to find balance, but what I tell you about balance on the bottom, I'm only trying to find me in a trap. Cue in Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, Elmer Fudd, Yosemite Sam, Wile E. Coyote, or Foghorn Leghorn. You can cue in all the motherfuckers when they get caught in a trap and they wasting the time trying to figure out how to get out of the trap, thinking about what the trap can contain, and then next thing you know, exploding inside of the trap because they wasted time trying to figure out the trap instead of just getting the fuck out of the trap. Holy shit. I'm going to make you focus on what the trap got going on that you ain't going to get out of the fucking trap because you don't realize that you about to drown. You know, but you ain't drowning because I got your waters. And if you fight to control the flow of the waters inside of the trap, then you can master the trap. You can master the trap. Only when it blow up, you'll be the only thing to get caught in the fire without realizing that, holy shit, the sacred fires was me. What do you mean me, old motherfucker? M-E, mental energy. M-E, my energy. M-E, my experience. But what was my experience? What I went through. What am I going through? Whatever something is telling me is really me. But if I don't know who I am, I'm going to go through everything. Holy shit, I think I said that. So let's get to question number 3. Your current level of self-awareness is you don't even realize that you're under fucking manipulation because you think you know what's going on, myself included. But again, like I tell you all the time, let your life tell your tale. In you trying to figure out what your own personal level of self-awareness is, it should bring you more wholeness, not more peace. Shh. Eat that one a little bit more differently. The goal is not peace. The goal is wholeness. Peace is I am being able to be more still with everything else around me. Wholeness is, holy shit, everything else around me really is me. Shit, the hidden me. Shh, go look at it. But there's levels to the shit. So the third question is, there's levels to the shit. What is the thin line between reality and illusion? I told you on a day like today, 10/16/2022, when you do the numbers, it adds up to be a 77. 77 is the master spiritualist or the master illusionist. It's that motherfucker that's caught in between illusion and reality, because guess what? There's a 7 on both sides. Which one is me? Both of them. That should be the first clue that you was fucked. If I am here, but I'm also there, am I not in fragmentation? Am I not in dislocation? Am I not in quantum entanglement? Am I not even whole? So the 77 says, you know what? There's a thin line between illusion and reality. Holy shit. There's a thin line between illusion and reality. You want to know what it is? It's the fucking 55. It's the wave of experience itself. It is what is presenting you with the option to choose. You're going to urgently move left or you're going to urgently move right, and you're going to drown either way unless you learn how to keep still. What's stillness? My wholeness. Because this is all me. So before I make a move to the left or move to the right, I need to check myself and see where the, holy shit, get ready for this one. See where the holes, Holes, where's the leak coming from? Hi, I know you got a girl now, but I've been really wanting to fuck you. Can you come over tonight? Or hey, there's $100 over here if you come over and help me get into a fight. God damn, that one ain't gonna work out for me, and that one ain't gonna work out for me. Holy shit, Lilith. Choose option C. Don't enslave yourself to what already enslaved you, and don't get over here and get into a fucking gunfight where you might lose your life. But a lot of y'all are so urgently caught up in the choices that present themselves that you have not learned to choose you. So therefore, indulgence will always win. Telling y'all for at least the last couple of years, even have a bunch of readings on it. That 55 energy is real. That shit is the thoughts in manifestation itself. All it needs is a thinker. You get that? A car is a capable vehicle, but it can't do shit unless it has a fucking driver. So the 55 is the vehicle. It is the wave of experience that says, choose something. I don't care whether you win or lose. That's you and that dumb motherfucking karma shit that y'all buy. That's you just creating that dumb shit. I don't care whether you choose karma or dharma. I just want you to play the fucking game. That's that 55 energy. I just want you to play the fucking game. Holy shit. Here, reflect on where you can 5. Move. Reflect on where you can 5. Move. Reflect on where you can 5. Move. What was the key word? Movement. But what did I tell you earlier? The thoughts in my head that moved me really didn't go anywhere. And I didn't fall until I thought I did. But it's the guidance. Holy shit. What's the thin line between illusion and reality in that 77? Remember I told you this 7 ain't you and that 7 ain't you? The 55 says, yeah, it is. 2 + 5, 7. You can find yourself wherever you think the best one is you. That's root chakra function. Wherever you think you're safe, whether it's reality or illusion, you make the choice. Wherever I think I'm safe, on Master A's plantation, or wherever I think I'm safe, living out in the fields and learning how to survive. Either one of them is going to be you, when really neither one of them was you. You were not initially enslaved, and you were not initially designed to learn how to survive. That's the results of going through an experience that only shitted on you and taught your ass urgency. So now you don't know how to keep still because every fucking thing in your existence only teaches you more manipulation. 2 + 4 in that sense of that more manipulation, 2 + 4 is 6. I've been telling you for a while. 6, that foundation of love. The foundation of love is the traumas I've been through. Because if I can understand the traumas I've been through, then I can learn to love me better by making sure I don't get back to them. But yet, in order to make sure I don't get back to the shit that I've been through, guess what got to come with me? You know the traditional fool card? The motherfucker with a knapsack on his back? He can go anywhere, but guess what he's taking with him? It's fucking traumas. That's what's in the knapsack. It ain't no motherfucking delicious sandwich and a change of clothes. It's motherfucking traumas. That's why the motherfucker's called the fool. You were the 0. You were everything until you brought everything else that was not you with you. And now guess what? You become enslaved to what you think you are. And we'll guide you. We'll show you your 7. Says this experience in this realm that we in. We'll show you your 7 as long as you don't know the 7 was really you. You get that? If you don't know what your real 7 is, we'll teach you. We got a 6-week course. We'll send you some healing. We'll put you through some shit. We'll make you learn how to sit still in the shit. And then you'll think that's you. Been saying this for at least a year and a half. Here, you're not healing your trauma. I mean, here, you're not healing yourself. You're only healing your traumas. So the thin line between illusion and reality, whichever one's guiding you. Why? Because we just don't want you to keep still. So the 55, the wave of experience, is what's guiding us all. The choices is what's guiding us all. And you cannot blame the 55 because all it did was put the food on the plate. Motherfucker, it's up to you to goddamn eat it. You're going to either fix the fucking vegan plate or you're going to fix you one full of meats. Both of them going to kill you, though. Oops, sorry, you're still going to die the same. That's what some of you motherfuckers don't realize. But you know what, though? Do what's best for you. But the whole thing is, the next question was, I need a word, and I am asking from representation. I'm going to just be straight up and honest with you, because in my level of working, I have experiences with that thought, because the thought is me as a result of the thinker, because I think in terms of source wholeness and not in illusion of separation. Even though I'm still here, I only honor myself in source wholeness. So in speaking to the 55 energy, which I call malice, hey dudes, I'm asking straight up, I need a word of true clarity on the nature of thought farming and concepts such as Akashic Records. I've been saying this probably for about, as far as Akashic Records, probably about 3 years. Twin flames, I've always said it. Those are false concepts that make you feel good about separation because you now invest in something else as what's going to give you your wholeness. You understand that? See, my twin flame, I've met them, but they just ain't acting right. So I'm going to let them whoop my ass until they learn to get their shit together, which means I can't get my shit together. And then we can't get our shit together because we going to be apart. And then we going to go through some shit right there because we got to struggle. G Yogi. I am my own twin flame. I am my own twin flame because I'm not in fucking duality. I'm just trapped in the illusion of separation. But I'm not broken. I'm just living out my life in motherfucking pieces. Because you motherfuckers out here won't keep still and we ain't learned peace. So, records, places like Soul Flames, Twin Flames, all that bullshit, yeah, that's energy investment points. You can dump your energies in there. And again, the whole thing was whatever the thinker gives its power to, those thoughts become your reality, even in an illusion. So you can create that concept. But my more line of thinking, the biggest problem we have is subscription into life cycles with meaning, aka the Akashic Records. If the Akashic Records has a list of all your lives, that means that people think that that's a library that tells everything that you're going to do. That means there's an end game. That means at some point you're going to make it to the end of your journey. And humor me, if the Akashic Library already knows when I get to the end, who's keeping the fucking records and why do I have to go through? Some of y'all aren't authorized to think on that level. But let's go to another point of it. If time is infinite and motion within infinity is eternal, how can there be an end, let alone a beginning? How can you have a record of everything I'm going to do when, holy shit, remember I just told you that 55 energy says just make a choice. When I get to my last life, my 99 life cycle, if I choose to go left instead of right, did I not just create a whole nother fucking Akashic library? No, see, that's not the way it worked because the Pleiadians and the Arcturians and Archangel Michael came down and told me through a channel. And Jesus is watching. Shut the fuck up. Within the human mind that is urgently leaking, you can create whatever thing that you want to seal your own leaks, including lying to yourself. So again, I'm asking 55 straight up, what is the fucking validity of all this bullshit ass Akashic Records and stuff like that are only mental points of separation to make you feel better about being separated because they give you a glorious end that you're going to make it through one day. You out here singing motherfucking Negro spirituals. Some of y'all spiritualists are out here singing Negro spirituals. Joy cometh in the morning. You are only communicating with the thoughts. You are only communicating with the thoughts. And the thoughts become your holy shit, mind, body, and soul. Your man, woman, child. They become the totality of your creation. Because the 3 will show you the 4. The 3, the thoughts, is going to show you where you've been trapped. But if you don't feel like you've been trapped, it's all you want to see. This is Oshun. Oshun looks in the mirror and sees herself. But remember, this is about self-awareness. If you don't know who you are, then something that told you what you need to see becomes your fucking master. No, this life lesson, you need to learn love. No, next life lesson, you need to learn tolerance. No, next life lesson, you used to be a tyrant, so you need to go ahead and tolerate a little bit of abuse so that you learn compassion. Well, goddamn, does that not mean I can sign up for infinite roles of existence? And is that not what the thoughts wanted me to do? Remember, the 55 said, just choose an experience and don't worry about how you get to the end. Because when you get to the end, there'll be something else for you to start over into. Holy shit, Akashic Records. So the nature of it is, it's just a reflection of what you keep communicating with. Remember I told you, if you are only leaking and don't understand that the leak really is you, you're going to keep on plugging your energy into everything that you think is going to heal you. Some of y'all are creating more things to heal from by trying to heal from what you think already made you sick. Oops. Last question I'm going to do. Best advice on how to proceed. And this is a 3-part question. And I'll still leave this with the 55. Again, as a Heyoka and as a trickster, a very well-known trickster, very well-known. One thing that I've always told you from my experiences, and this has never left me hanging in any of my levels of workings. We cannot lie to you. We just won't tell you the truth. A trickster energy cannot lie to you. That's why they're called contrarians. They can only present you with a perspective that might make you choose the wrong truth. That's illusion itself. You ask the question, I ain't gonna tell you the whole truth. I'm just gonna tell you enough to where you might trick yourself into making it into a lie. That's the nature of a contrarian. This universe is contrarian as fuck. So in asking a contrarian universe the answer to this question, I gotta be able to see through it. Because remember, this universe is a reflection of you buying into this journey. So it would be foolish to think that the universe will give you the answer to set you free. But yet it's going to give you the answer to set you free. You just got to know who the fuck you are. Get it? That's the contrarian component. That's the thin line. I'll tell you everything you need to know, but if you are caught into what you know, you might not become aware. So the best advice on how to proceed from the individual perspective. What are you scared of? 2, fear. Remember, you started out already with a leak and already, holy shit, I got to move. So if I already got to move, and I say this all the time for my melanated people, if somebody get up and run out the store, you motherfuckers going too. We motherfuckers getting up and running too, and we'll figure our shit out later. So the way to proceed is, what's your level of fear? Hey, Cheryl, what's your level of fear? See, and I said this to my Belle earlier because she showed me a video of this person that's on this cliff that's only like that wide, and he's walking along the side of a mountain on the cliff. Fear is a double-ended sickness. Fear can make you sit still, or fear will teach you that you can only move. And both of them will. Think about it. In the sense where you have people who like to rock climb and jump from mountain to mountain without equipment, that is a mental sickness that says, I don't value my safety enough that I have to conquer the fear of death so that I make sure that I don't die by doing things that can kill me. That's a mental sickness. But in this realm, it's glamorized and glorified. And no, he's just cutting edge, and he's a daredevil. Yeah, you daring the devil. You're daring the devil because you are doing things that are going to possibly get you hurt, but you're learning to make them glamorized because they only make you feel better. It's an addiction. It is a mental addiction to try to stay ahead of the fear by doing things that would normally produce the fear itself. So from the individual, you got to know your level of fucking fear. Exactly. And we say this all the time. I'm 51, coming close on 52. I'm not arguing with you motherfuckers out here in the streets. I'm not finna be like, well, you know what? Come on, man. Let's get this shit going on, man, because I got a point to prove. Nope. You know what? And the adrenaline junkie, in speaking on that, the adrenaline junkie is because there is a chemical imbalance in the mind. so that you need the adrenaline to balance off the serotonin and cortisol and all this other bullshit. You did serotonin and everything else. You need to get oxytocin. You need to get that back in balance because there's already a leak. But like I'm saying, I ain't got shit to prove to nobody. So it's not about being fear. It's about being in awareness. The counter to fear is awareness. Aware that, okay, I don't like what do you call them? Roller coasters. I don't like roller coasters because it kicks in my vertigo. That's a real medical condition. When I get so high, it kicks in the vertigo, and now I get sick. So why would I go prove myself by getting on this roller coaster just to see that, you know what, I did it? But holy shit, you might pay for that motherfucker because there's something already known within you that does not work well with that. You get it? Why must you do something that you already know is going to make you sick just to prove that you're not going to get sick, but then end up sick? That in itself is a sickness. So from the individual, I don't need to do something that I think might be steeped in fear. I don't need to get on there because why? I have the awareness of what is going to be the result. That is the whole trick with existence itself. Awareness would have stopped the need for knowledge. Awareness allows you to not need to be intelligent at all. See, if I'm aware that shit ain't got nothing to do with me, I don't need to show you my level of intelligence. Rah, 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 rah. Wasted fucking energy. My awareness says, you know what? You got that, player. Not my circus, not my motherfucking monkeys. Or there's a fire next door. I'm aware that if I go in there and try and play Superman, I might injure myself. So my awareness will allow me to pick up the phone and let the motherfuckers who do that shit for a living, shout out to Paul, firemen, call in and let them do that. See, you know what? And that's not a sickness on that level. Let them adrenaline junkies go in and run into the fire. See, somebody got to do it, but it don't have to be me. And you need to learn that in your own individual lives. Somebody gonna do it. It just don't have to be you. But when you do decide that, yeah, I feel like doing it, take the fucking responsibility. That's the Heyoka route. Take responsibility for when I poke fun at the stupid shit that y'all do, myself included sometimes. But realize when you don't have to poke out and poke fun at everything you see. So the individual is, now I need to have a connection to me more than I do to the things that I'm scared to keep seeing. And there was my answer. Remember I told you as a contrarian, I speak contrarian. And remember my initial question was, I needed to know whether these thoughts that keep invading my mind were authentic or were they predictive programming? The answer was stay connected to you and then don't worry about everything else you're seeing. The energy will reveal itself. That is a real-time fucking experience. One of my early experiences, and I've spoken on this before, but for people that are new to me, one of my early experiences metaphysically was I came into contact with this light being. And right before it was presenting itself as all angelic and nice and fluffy, right before I got ready to address it, a darker, very non-appealing energy came out and said, that's not for you. Standard old Christian version would have been like, oh no, you look like a demon. But no, the reserved energy and the fact that they said, no, that's not for you, made me pause long enough to see where that little fluffy white looking energy started becoming all erratic and viral and turned all ugly and nasty. Like, no, you just took away my meal. Yeah, there's energy eaters out here. Some of y'all see them at night, hag rides or dark things in the corner. That shit exists. So one of my early experiences was what I thought would have been nice and fluffy for me would have been what would have got me fucked up. So in understanding that sometimes you come into contact with thoughts that might show you where shit getting fucked up, stay safe within you so that you don't keep feeding the energy that might show you what's going to be fucked up out here. That was real heavy in 2019. I don't know, a lot of y'all probably wasn't aware of it, but 2020 was supposed to be a revelation year for aliens coming out. And then because 2020 got caught in the COVID trap, it pushed back to 2022. And because 2022, we were still caught in the COVID trap, it still ain't kicked out. So I'm not saying 2023 is going to be another one of them projected alien revelation years, because 2023 again is about self-awareness. It still could be presented with enough things to make you challenge who you are, your level of safety, your level of awareness within yourself, and now make you paranoid about everybody else. So I have to caution y'all, on the individual level, you better figure out who the fuck you are, or everything else around you gonna move you. AKA, they throwing at me, or AKA, I can't trust them because my hair stood up. No, you don't have enough awareness of yourself that you now mistrust everything moving around you. Because remember, fool, you carrying around them fucking traumas in that knapsack on your back. So you need to start working on realization of why the fuck am I so traumatized, or everything else around you gonna fucking traumatize you. Wanna know why? Because the wave of experience is choose your thoughts. And in the moment that you choose thoughts that only show you trauma, guess what the fuck the law of manifestation is gonna show you. Sorry for spitting. Y'all don't, the law of attraction, y'all always talk about that shit. The law of attraction, that which I think is that which I'm gonna see. So if the only thing I'm thinking is about being traumatized, guess what life gonna show you? Really. When you start working on your wholeness, even if life does not show you total wholeness, it's gonna show you where all the holes come in. You get it? Yeah, I meant that. Spinning all. Tui. I'm not gonna do that, kids around here. I was gonna do something else. Spit and lick it. But okay, so the individual said you need to work on what the fuck you scared of, really. So after the individual comes the collective. Again, within the illusion of separation, you have the individual who thinks that they're interconnected to everybody else, and that makes the collective consciousness, which is a illusionary concept of one thought in separation. But to be fair, a lot of y'all can't get to that level yet. So what do I think I need to do to help the collective? Holy shit, what do I need to do to help the collective? Disconnect from that motherfucker. This is the apathy card. Not have more empathy for the connections you perceive with other people who are going through the same thoughts, but with their own perspectives. You need to disconnect from what everybody else got going on and hop back into you. Mermaids swimming around the water are destined to do what? Not get wet. Don't nobody not want to be wet. You get it? A mermaid that is not swimming in their own waters will soon drown. So you need to quit swimming around in what everybody else's energy got going on and start swimming around in the deliciousness called you. Because remember, 2023, that 23 is about passion. If I have enough passionate energy for myself, it is only going to reveal in everybody else. Remember, I was poking fun at y'all about, been trying to teach y'all about reciprocity and reciprocal reflection for the last 3 or 4 years. And some of y'all are starting to try and use that doctrine, even though you're using attachments to try and find reciprocity. Guess what you're going to keep on attaching to? The reciprocal reflection of your fucking trauma. You ever seen that? Two toxic, holy shit, Bobby and Whitney, I love y'all. Two toxic motherfuckers that feel good together, but the motherfuckers are toxic nonetheless. But yet that's a reciprocal reflection. Why? Because her toxicity and his toxicity was the same. But if I remove the toxicity of myself and I'm only working on me, and I find somebody who's removing the toxicity within herself and she's working on her, guess what, motherfucker? There's less friction, and it's allowing me to see the real trick. Holy shit. If everything is all me, I need to start seeing motherfuckers that look like me until the only thing I see is myself. Get it? Because once you start working on the collectiveness of yourself, you will disavow yourself from the collectiveness of everybody else. You in reflection, you in projection, you, the universe in reflection, contrarian, you, the universe in projection, contrarian, not fucking real, just experiences of the thoughts that you have chose to move you. Then you'll start to see your wholeness. Outside of the illusion, reality. The reality is you're whole. You're not sick. You don't need to heal. You just need to quit choosing your fucking traumas. Holy shit. Aim less. Holy shit. 32. The thoughts will show you who you are. Remember I told you. As a contrarian, there is no lies. There's only perspective. 3, 2. Remember I told you next year is a 23? Look at 23 in the mirror. Holy shit, it's a 32. But what is 23? The passion of me. But if the passion of me is only reflecting what I thought I saw in everybody else, you don't have any definition. If who I think I am is only being reflected on what everybody else told me I am, I might be from the 13th tribe of nowhere. Oops. So you need to aim less for this mess and find more of your fucking self. God damn it. I might be a motherfucking psychic. Remember I wrote that story today, The Hidden Me, where I told you I am is the problem? I am that I am. I am intelligent, aware, and now I'm in movement. You want to know why you are in movement? Because you thought you knew before you became aware. You got the 1-2 punch. But when I honor aim, I become aware that where if I choose intelligence, I might fucking move. A, awareness. I, intelligence, aka knowledge. M, motivated, movement. If I'm aware that I don't want to go swimming, then I become intelligent enough not to move. But if I'm intelligent enough to be aware that I want to go swimming, I might find myself in the pool. But did I find out whether I can swim? You won't know until you get the experience. But if I aim, experience ain't fucking required. Been trying to tell you that for a long time too. Aim less. The element of air. Choose the thoughts you think before the thoughts you think choose you. Peace.